Hi, welcome back to the 6th and final season of what I find to be the funniest moment of Glee. Obviously, season 6 is quite a shorter season than the rest of them, but I feel like I still have quite a lot of funny moments in it. I feel like also season 6 is just, I feel like they gave up, not caring, but like it's completely turned now into it's fully a comedy show. Let's get to it. So now Sue is the head teacher of the school, or the principal if you're American. Some of the things she does is wild, but one of them is the fact she released actual hounds into the school grounds, running around the halls where all the students are. She was allowed to do that, was she? The warblers in season 6 are hilarious.
We all have girlfriends.
Really?
Yeah! That's one of my favourite lines of the season. He deserved a bigger part. The Becky, Tina and Quinn scene in the hallway when she's like telling them about her new boyfriend. They're like, oh, just be yourself. And Becky's she's just, everything they say to her, she's like, yeah. Like with some brutal response, and I love Becky. And the fact that her boyfriend is Bryce Walker, who is an angel on this show, but in 13 Reasons Why he's literally the devil. Like, he really said, I'll switch it up. I think season 6 episode 4 might be the funniest episode of the whole show. The Sue Sylvester, these 2 episodes about her Hurt Locker are actually the funniest thing I've ever watched ever. The fact that it all starts as well, that she's absolutely livid over Mr. Shu leaving a fork on the table. So much that she literally uses it as evidence to fuel her hatred for him.
Now my job is on the line. You know, I thought we were friends.
So did I, William, until you made a mockery of my friendly overtures by making me clean up after you like a common house slave.
Her Heart Locker in general is actually the funniest thing ever. Like, it might be the funniest thing I've ever saw on a show. Matt being labelled as missing in it. Just the whole, her coming out as a Klain shipper. And she has this whole, not muse, what's it called? Like a whole thing dedicated to them. A shrine. Is that it? What the hell? To hypnotizing Sam. And of course, he falls for it. Nobody else would have. It had to be Sam. Sam admitting that for a hobby he blows glass. Like, how random. Brad, the piano player, being obsessed with women's feet and having a booklet of women's feet, like photos of them. And like, I can't remember what school it is, but is it Mr. Shu that goes, or is it Sue? I can't remember. But the Principal Gunderson, Mr. Figgins' sister, is like, that's funny in itself. And then that we learn Principal Figgins' first name is Principal. You can't watch this episode and not laugh. And then the second part of the episode is just as funny.
Wait, this is a 3-day competition? Where will we sleep?
Well, I imagine you two will sleep inside one another.
And nobody says anything to her. I think this makes me howl every time. I said this a lot actually, but I think this might be the funniest line of Glee. When Sue's showing Becky her Hurt Locker and then the Klain thing, and she shows her the video of them, and there's the video of them, like a little clip of them in the Come What May, which was a dream sequence, singing Come What May, and Becky's like, this is a dream sequence, how do you even film that? The funniest thing, I think I've made a TikTok before saying that is the funniest thing ever. I've either made a TikTok or made a comment on someone else's TikTok. Like, that is hilarious. And then just the elevator in Jigsaw Sue, like, I remember watching that for the first time and actually like crying of laughter because like like, who came up with these 2 episodes? Whoever wrote these 2 episodes, Love you. Us meeting Brittany's parents. Her parents kind of make sense for the fact that her actual dad is Stephen Hawking. Who even came up with that? I think I'd have remembered if I dated a guy with glasses. Mr. Shu rapping Same Love. If I was in vocal adrenaline, I probably would have walked out after having to endure that. Also, the fact that Max George from The Wanted is in season 6 of Glee, I still don't understand. That still makes no sense in my brain to this day. That just doesn't... It doesn't make sense to me that he is on Glee. And he has hair. I didn't even recognise it was him when I was watching that on TV until it said his name at the bottom. And I was like, who's he playing? I had to Google it. I've never seen him with hair before. He looks like a completely different person. And Brittany not knowing who Bart is. It's also funny that Sue obviously gives Britannia and Clayne their like honeymoon holidays, and Blaine and Kurt literally being like jealous of Santana and Brittany's, and that Brittany is like, oh, we can celebrate our honeymoons together every year, and the other three's like, I wonder if in the Glee world in 2024 they've ever celebrated their anniversaries together. It's funny that Becky has been she's been on Sue's side this whole time, but her limit is the Warblers school burning down. And she's like, I don't even know why that's my limit, but it is. Sue being, like, the whole interview with Sue and her being outed as a liar. Like, did everyone not know that? Did people actually believe the story she was telling them? Or did they all know she was lying? And now she's been outed as it. They're like, yeah. Or are they like, oh. The final countdown performance, is that how they look during every performance? Like, are they performing in their head and everybody around them is like, what are they doing? The throwback episode, Rachel being in the Black Student Union and the Muslim Club, Artie's audition song being Pony, it makes sense. The fact that it's like a thing that Sue and Will played, they were friends and they played basketball together once a week in the school, and then it makes me laugh that Sue like scores and everybody's like, all the cheerleaders are like, yay, and then Will scores and he's like, way, and everybody's just like. And Sue cannonly runs for president. The world would be a much better place if that was true and she had actually become president in 2020. How great would America be by now if Sue was running their country? And that is the end of season 6, which is the end of the whole thing. So this will be the last video. If you haven't watched the rest, go watch them. I think they're funny. I think they're cool. And then you should watch Glee and look out for all the things that I've mentioned. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And I hope you come back to watch any more of my videos. So yeah, thank you.